welcome back to the channel. I'm Rose Colin, and today we're going to show you how to take Star Wars Battlefront 2 thumbnail pictures. So, I know some of you guys have been asking for this for some time now, but I'm finally getting around to it. So, the first thing you're going to need to do is, you're going to need a PC with an NVIDIA graphics card, since the cinematic tools aren't working, so unfortunately, only NVIDIA cards are working. And if you're going to want to use mods for your pictures, then you're going to want to install those first. Now, I'm using the Finest of the 501st mod by King Warrior 5000, and also the Ahsoka Tano mod. Not really sure who made that, but I thought they'd go hand in hand together. So, let's get started. Next thing you're going to need to do is going to need to go into Arcade. And I prefer to custom Arcade just because it's easier. And pick your map, whatever you want it to be. I'm going to pick, let's see, so let's get Clone Wars. Let's do Kashyyyk, because I think that'll look good. Let's see, and I personally like to up the troops available to 900, just because it makes it a lot easier. And then, if you're going to be doing a lot of emotes and stuff, fast ability recharge is a recommendation for you. And if you're doing a lot of attacks on enemies, I like to put it on expert difficulty, so that way they have double the health. And yeah, it just makes it a whole lot easier. So let's get started. Okay, so once you have loaded, pick whatever person you want. Okay, and the way you start Ansel, which is the cinematic picture we're going to be using, is you're going to hit Alt and F2. So that'll start it, so whenever you get the picture and the pose that you want, then you'll just need to press F2. So, I'm just going to go over here and try to find the troops. Okay, that's kind of creepy. That's the weird thing about trying to take cinematics, is you can get some really funky shots. So, before we take any pictures, I'm going to go over how everything works. So, field of view, that just allows you to zoom in and out on your things to make it look super, super close up if you're trying to get those nice, right up in your face clone shots. Or you can zoom out to try and get like the classic Battlefront 2 kind of thing, which is pretty cool either way. But you can just leave it at the default setting. In my opinion, it's my favorite. Let's see. The way my computer's set up, I can't really see all the names of these, so I'm assuming this is going to be rotation, as you can expect for obvious reasons. Let's see. You can add a grid so we can break up your picture into different areas, which I personally don't really do, just because I don't really see the point of it. You can't really control HDR. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Depends on the map. And now here, change your type of pictures you can take. So you can either take screenshots. You can take 360 pictures. We'll just take a picture of the entire area around where your person is. Or you can take stereo, which not quite sure what that does. I'm assuming that it's just some sort of funky picture, but you'll have to tell me about that one. So I personally do screenshots just because we're doing cinematic pictures, but we'll probably come back to the other ones in the future, showing you other things you can do. Next, you can have, let's see, either high or low quality. That'll depend a lot. And here, we're going to go over the different settings that they have. So they have brightness, contrast, and all that, so you can control the lighting and all that. So top slider, go right to go lighter, go left to go darker. Contrast will be the setting of the color, so if you want, again, like a classic Battlefront 2, you can make it darker, like 66. Order 66, there we go. Let's see. This one is sharpness. It'll make it look brighter in the background, or darker if you go one direction. Brighter if you go right, darker if you go left. Shadows, this will increase all the shadows that each area makes. So, if you're, again, wanting really dark pictures, just turn your slider to the right to buff up the shadows. Next, gamma. Now, gamma is like shadows, but on your person's character. So it'll be mainly just making a silhouette of your character. So if you want some silhouette shots, make like the next files theme, you can do that. But we'll just leave it normal for now. Okay, next, black and white. Pretty self-explanatory. You can go black and white and do intensity from here. This will change the shades of it, so if you want still a little bit of color in it, just back off. But if you don't, it's simple as going back. And this will just increase the black and white contrast from what it looks like. Next, we'll be doing color. And as you can imagine, this changes all the hues of it, so you can get kind of disco effect right there. Intensity will change the color, will change the intensity of whatever color you picked. So you can get some pretty nice green shots right there. This will again change the color. I'm not really sure that has so many color changers, but it's probably for like that red green blue effect. But you can mix and match and get some pretty cool colors. And last but not least, sharpness. So it'll be going between whatever color you picked and black and white. So you want more color? Go to the left. Go to the right. Excuse me. And if you want more black and white, go to the left. Okay, let's see, colorblind. Now this will make it'll take whatever color is on, and it'll change it to what it looked like to a slightly colorblind person. So you can change different color if you want purple armor, and yeah, wow, that's pretty cool. And you can change the armor of your characters. Again, second thing is the shadows on the character's armor. And the last one is for the map of the character. So, I kind of like that. Green and purple. You guys will have to let me know about that. Then I'll take a picture of that real quick. And, of course, whenever you want a picture, just hit the snap button. Sometimes it doesn't show up anything that it should take a picture anyway. But if you want to double check, just hit it twice. See, details. Details. We're going over the sharpness again right here. So if you watch, say, on that ship in the background or on the clone armor, further back here, doesn't look as sharp. Flip it over, you can really bring out the metal on the ship. Next, quality. Go to the left for slightly less quality, and it'll give you a blurry effect, and it'll be more pixelated. Go the other way, and it will bring out the sharpness of your characters. But again, I like to leave all these normal. And here is a lights contrast, so you can make it kind of like a gray mood, kind of like Order 66. Or I can make it really bright and happy. And you'll also have gamma on this one too. I'm not sure why I have so many gammas on Ansel, but this one is specifically for maps and for white. So if you have armor that's white on like a clone trooper, it'll bring out the white and make them shinies. And of course you can have multiples of these at the same time just by clicking the plus button. So if you like to mix and match, you can do that. Depth of field. Now, in my opinion, depth of field on Ansel does not work at all. Because as you look, you can't really just focus on the characters as much as I would prefer it. Because like with cinematic tools, you can leave the characters in but blur out the background. So, that's my personal opinion about Ansel. So, yeah. Depth of field, I'd personally leave that alone, but if you can get it to work, great for you. Green screen. Now, I think green screen would work if you're actually on a green map, so not really useful here. I don't really see any difference in them. To me, it just looks like it changes the background shape, so maybe it has something to do. Let's see, letterbox. Now, this will make it for, like, if you're trying to take a movie. You know how they have those scenes where they change it, all that. Zoom in on them. And you can also change the scale of it, so you can change how big or tiny that you want it. Next, old film. As you can imagine, this will make it look like a classic movie. In gamma, it'll remove the characters if you go to the right, and just make it old classy. If you go to the left, it'll make it real dark and hard to see, kind of like a negative. If you go to the right on this one, it'll increase the brightness or the darkness. Go to slider number 3. It will increase or decrease the shadows in the area. Here, it will add a vignette amount. So, a vignette is that black circle around the thing to make it look more of a stare down kind of effect. Now, the strength will be the strength of the black and white effect with the old film. And dirt strength, that'll just bring out the armor texture on the characters and ships. Let's see. Special FX. Now, here is for, specifically in my opinion, 70s Lando. So you can have certain effects. So this one, we'll zoom it in and add kind of like a blue vignette. Make it look all disco-y for Lando. This one is called Sketch. Now I'll make it look more like whenever you're trying to sketch out the characters for the game. Let's see. Retro Tone, I believe, is the name of this one. It'll make the things look more boxy. And we'll bring out really interesting patterns on the armor. And last but not least, this bottom slider will change the color of the background. Stickers. Who doesn't love an angry clone? Angry clone. And as you slide along, you can change the stickers. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so number 8's crown. 7.9 is deal with the glasses. 7 is a mustache. 6 is a llama. Doggy on number 5. Dabbing chicken on 3.8. Crazy cat on 2. And a laughing emoji right there on number 1. And you can slide them, so that way you can change it from person to person. You can move it up or down. You can grow bigger or smaller. You can twist it. You can increase the amount that's in. And then, last but not least, you can completely remove it or leave it in. Alright, you're just about done with this, so yeah. Okay, now this is tilt and shift, so this will be radial blur. You'll see the blur around the characters, so as you can see, the light changes from side to side. So this blur is for whenever you're trying to zoom in on one character specifically. You'll want to just bring out the blur and go to the left to increase it, go to the right to decrease it. Blur size will depend on how big you want your blur to be. And then blur rotation will just spin the blur around and around, but it should keep it in the exact center of where your camera is. Now last but not least, vignette. Now, pretty self-explanatory. Excuse me. Go right to increase the vignette, go left to decrease the vignette. So now let's try and take a picture. So, once you have decided what you want your picture to be, and I don't really like this, so I'm going to change it slightly. Again, like I said, trying to get it is the hardest part, and one of my other complaints about Ansel is how they don't have a way to disable the AI like Cinematic Tools does. So, it makes it a little bit hard to take pictures, but not completely undoable. Now this is the second hardest part about trying to take cinematics. You're going to have to find an angle that works best with you. Let's just try and focus in on a clone real quick. Just so you guys can get the basic idea of this. Oh no, I think Ansel crashed. Now, that is the... Okay, now when you have found the shot that you like, here's what you're going... Now these are my recommendations personally. Now, I personally like to do more of a sharper picture. Bring out the details of the characters. Quality, of course, high. Leave all the rest of the settings normal in my opinion. Okay. Then I like to add a vignette just because I think they look cooler. And I usually have to go lower than 70, just to the outer edges. And now next, since we're going to go for more open person shot, I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer. Now, I know I said open, so that'll be more open. I want to get a more face up close shot of all the characters. Now let's see. A slight little bit of roll to it. Now let's see. Where is it? I like to add a little bit of blur to it most of the time. I like to change the curve of it slightly most of the time, and I think that looks good. So, you're just going to snap it. And once you see this, you know that you got it. And you're good. Thank you everyone for watching. Please sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to check out any of the mods, I will be listing them all down below. And if you want to get this picture, once it's done, I'll be uploading it to either my Discord or my Flickr account. Thank you everyone for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. God bless you, your families, and your channels. See you guys later. Bye now.